Happy Monday, everybody. July 15th. Wow. Isn't it crazy? We're already halfway through July. August is right around the corner. September. And let's not forget, then there comes, that's right, October. My favorite month. But welcome back, guys, to another episode of Around the Loop. Now, today's episode title is Anything is Possible, Nothing is Impossible. And why do I say that? Well, I'll start off with anything is possible. So if you put your mindset to it, anything is possible in this world. As far as when it comes to doing whatever you want to achieve. The only thing that is impossible is you. That's it. That's the real reality behind it. The only impossible thing in the world is you and you stopping yourself. A lot of folks say, oh, you need all this money. And it is true. I mean, some businesses require money to start. You know, I'm not going to lie to you guys about when it comes to starting the podcast. It doesn't take much. I don't have a crazy setup, and it doesn't mean that you guys need a crazy studio or you need a building or you need the best mics in the world. Nah, you can really do it with these Larks mics that I have that I highly recommend. But it does take some money at least to start, your own podcast. As far as like the legal fees behind it, there is a lot to it. Just making sure that you do things properly. There isn't really people out there to hold your hand and guide you through it. Maybe there is, maybe there's not. But anything is possible if you put your mind to it. You can make it happen. You too can have your voice heard around the world. You can. If I could do it, and I'm just your local low voltage technician. That's it. Your local low voltage technician. Oh, it's a lot of LLs, but yeah, I'm just me. That's it. And it's a blessing to hear all these podcasts around that have 3 or 4 people, or they have a team, a production team, like a whole studio, which is awesome. And this inspiration came from the Nadav show. You can actually hear his podcast on Apple Podcasts. He is one of the producers, ex-producers from Your Mom's House, from the Tom Segura and his wife's show. But he was mentioning today about the reality of podcasts, and it's true. It doesn't really take much to start a show. You don't need the craziest equipment, but you got to be you and be true to yourself. Whether it's either starting a podcast, starting a business, or just trying to be somebody, because anybody can be anybody. And what I mean by that is, you want to start a business, you can make it happen. If you want to change the world, well, slow down, bucko. You can't change, here's the tip of advice, you can't change the world overnight. You can change the world one person at a time. And so that's the thing, is taking that leap of faith. Don't be scared. And for many people out here that are listening, if there is something that is making you doubt it yourself, or make you wonder, oh, I'm scared of what others are going to think, don't worry about it. You got to take that leap. You got to do it. Because if you sit down and you always wonder, well, what if this and what if that, you're never going to go nowhere. You'll never know because you never attempted it. So the worst that happens is that you attempted what you were trying to do. You either succeed or you don't. And it's okay. Figure out how you can do it again. If it's if that's something you're really trying to pursue, or if not, try a different route. And it's okay. But I understand some people don't have that option. Some people, have family businesses to run, and it's in the family, and that's just it. Well, if you're going to do that, well, make sure you make your family proud. And if it's something that, you don't want to run yourself, okay, well, find a team of folks you can put yourself together and have them run it for you. You manage them, that they manage you, your crew. And for all the folks out there too, you can make anything happen. You really can. And, talking about things, making things happen. I even pulled the trigger, guys. I was super fucking nervous. Excuse my Portuguese. Super fucking nervous. Um, so I was just listening to Theo Vaughn's podcast, and such an amazing comedian, very inspirational, funny dude. And he's just, he's himself. And I really get a lot of inspiration and ideas from his episodes especially when he does a solo dolo episode, which is really cool. Kind of like me. Well, it's kind of where I got my idea was from him, because he wasn't afraid to do it. And that's where I was afraid of doing it by myself, sounding like a maniac talking to myself. But you got to pull that trigger. And so on his, you can find him on Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Check him out, Theo Vaughn. I'll even put the link there so you guys can check him out. But he does have a hotline where you can actually reach out to him, and you can call. And it's really cool because it's a pre-recorded message of him, describes what you can say, or what you want to talk about, and you got 3 minutes max. So I've been contemplating it for a while, and anything is possible, nothing is impossible. So what if one day I was able to come out on the Theo Vaughn show, or have Theo Vaughn come out and visit us in Oceanside, California, or out in Palma, or out in Valley Center, or just come down to California in general. Come out to the community. Who knows? Anything is possible. Nothing is impossible. Pulling the trigger, you never know. And I've heard a couple phone calls that folks have made on his show, and he posted on there. So I'm not gonna lie, I made the first phone call. I got nervous. My voice started shaking. I had to tell myself, Gio, take a deep breath. It's okay. So I was like, and I wasn't comfortable with the first message I made, which it was along the lines like, hey Theo Vaughn, this is Giovanni from Oceanside, baby. Wanted to say thank you for being such a motivation and inspiration to me, to others, So, but I wasn't really happy because I got nervous and got shaky on my voice because I was very nervous, and that's the truth. That's me, putting a message out to a celebrity. Who knows that my call one day can be on his episode, and that can be the start of a bigger thing for us, for all my viewers, all my supporters. Like that can be the help. And, just trying to be putting people's voices out there too. Everybody wants to be heard, and everybody deserves to be heard. And that's the truth. Funny stories from left and right. So anyways, I made another call. So I took a deep breath, took like 5 minutes to really get myself together, took a few hits of my new plug and play. Guava Groove is a new pod that came out recently. So if you guys are in the market for a new plug and play, look out for Guava Groove. New pod came out. So fast forward. So I made the call, second call, took a deep breath, and relayed the similar message, almost the same message, but I told him, it was an inspiration. And one of the things I did say was, you can't change the world overnight, but you can change one person at a time, one laugh at a time, which is true. And that falls for any of you guys out there, whether it's you just started work or you already been working there. Everybody is destined for greatness. But don't get it twisted. Some folks don't want to be like an inspiration that I got from a YouTube short actually, which was, you can have an amazing worker but a shit ass supervisor, or a shit supervisor, or an amazing supervisor but a shit worker. Can't have that. You can't just make a super good worker into a supervisor and try to force all that onto the person. Sometimes people don't want to be a supervisor. Some people are just comfortable being the best at what they do, whether that's being, part of the being a lunch lady for the school services, a lunch man for the school services, or being a janitor, from being a teacher to being a coach to being a director to being a commissioner to being a drill instructor to being a drill sergeant to being the United States president. Anything is possible if you pull the trigger and try it. The worst things that happen is it don't happen, and that's it. And it's okay. Try again. That's it. So I made the call and left him a voicemail, and hopefully, guys, we hear it on an episode. So stay tuned for a future solo podcast from him. Maybe I'll be on there. Maybe, who knows? But that's called pulling the trigger, and anything's possible. Special shout out to that idea from Theo Vaughn. Just be you, be true. And so, also wanted to talk about the review on Plug and Play. So before I go into talking about Plug and Play, I want to let you guys all know, with here's a viewer discretion is advised message. I am not Giovanni promoting nor condoning telling you to go smoke cannabis, to do this and this and that. It is still illegal to drive under the influence of cannabis. Whether you drink, or you snort, or you smoke, or you stick it up your ass, it does not matter. Driving under the influence is a no-go. That is a frown upon. It still can crack you down for a DWI. So please, folks, if you're gonna smoke, do it responsibly. Please don't do it around children. You know, there's a time and place for everything, guys. Be courteous to one another. Be courteous to your neighbors. And if you're gonna smoke something good, smoke it fucking good then. So anyways, now let's talk about the Plug and Play review. So it's Guava Groove, alright guys? Guava Groove. So I went to Wellness Greens. Shout out to Wellness Greens in Vista. Today actually, no, not today, yesterday, Sunday I went Sunday. Went over down to Vista and picked up a pod. I told myself last time I was there I was gonna pick it up and try it. And let the crowd know, let the world know what's up. Whether or not it's, dank or not. Okay, so drum roll. All right, guys. So, honest option or honest opinion on that. If you like guayabas, because it's not guava, it's guayaba groove. For all my Latinos, Latinas, Latino and Latina folks, or they, them, and it's, whatever you identify. For all the Latin culture, it's guayaba. And it does taste like guayabas. It really does. Or guava for the folks out there. But it does taste like guayabas. It's really good. More of a creative, I want to say kind of like a hybrid sativa, I believe. I think it's a hybrid. But it's more on the sativa dominant because it's not an indica. I'm not really like sitting on the couch. It's more like I'm like focused, more energetic. Feel good. So if you guys are out there looking for something new and you like guayaba, you like that fruit taste, I like it. It's berry. It's something different. For the one time, for the crowd. Try it out. Plug and play. If you wanna collaborate one day, I am open to it. For Around the Loop podcast is open to even collaborating with Plug and Play. I would love to be on there with you guys. I would love to work with you guys. But rolling forward to the Weed Maps commercial. So if you guys are ever in the local area and need somewhere to look at, you need somewhere new to check out, or trying to look out for your local deals, trying to look out for a specific strain, or even a specific J, well, head over to Google Map or Google App Store, the Google Play Store, actually, Google Maps. Well, Google Maps is on there, but go on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store and download WEEDMAPS, Weed Maps. So this is a non-paid advertisement. They didn't definitely pay me at all. But if you guys ever want to collaborate, Weed Maps, I am open. Looking forward. Hopefully you guys respond to my emails one day. But anywho, so head over to Weed Maps if you're looking for a new strain, you're looking for a new J, you're looking for something new around the area, new, or maybe you're just new to the area in general. Because there's a lot of folks out there that say, oh, if you're still buying, weed from your plug, hey, no offense, you got to support your local plugs too. But if you're new to the area and you don't know nobody, don't be dumb and try to buy some bud off some dude from the street, because it could be laced. You don't know. So play it safe. If it's at a local state that it's actually legal, play it safe. Go on Weed Maps. Now, for all my folks that are in Vista, Oceanside, Carlsbad, Escondido, San Marcos, Valley Center, Palma. If you guys are out there and you guys want to head out to another dispensary, check out somewhere else new, head out to Wellness Greens in Vista. Wellness Greens. First time patient deal is 45% off. Now, if you also bring a friend for the second time you show up and you bring Susie or John with you, they also get a discount, and you get that discount as well too. So it's amazing. Now, for returning patient deals, for returning patients right now, they got 30% off. So head over to the Wellness Greens. Let them know that Around the Loop podcast sent you guys out there. Hopefully they are starting to recognize little by little. I just went there recently to review the guava pod. So if you guys hear me out there from Wellness Greens, would love to collaborate with you guys one day, that'd be awesome. So great customer service. If you guys are looking for a new shop, head over to Wellness Greens. They also take Apple Pay, they take Tap, and they also have ATM as well. So you don't have to worry about pulling just straight from the ATM. And they'll round it to the nearest dollar, so it's okay. Ain't gonna hurt. But great selection, great variety. Like I said, head over to Wellness Greens. So, you know, guys, it's awesome. It's awesome to see what life brings at you. But you know what's not awesome? Here's the current news, guys. What's not awesome is that our former ex-president, Donald Trump, Senior Trump, got shot at. Now, I wish I can play Many Men by 50 Cent in the background, but I ain't trying to get in trouble. So, anywho, cues Many Men by 50 Cent. Anyways, what happened was there was a 20-year-old male or female person, 20-year-old person tried to shoot at Trump, clipped him on the ear. Folks did get hurt, but he didn't die. He got clipped in the ear, and there's a famous picture now going around with him in his bloody ear. Now, I wish, him for a speedy recovery. Now, I'm not here saying, oh, I voted for Trump or I support Trump. No, 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 no. Hey, I'm just out here saying what the current news is. So don't try to hop on me with politics and stuff. That's not the case. But I just wanted to put the song Many Men by 50 Cent on the background. But, I mean, I didn't have to do it. 50 Cent already did it himself. There is a video speculating around YouTube already of 50 Cent in the club playing Many Men with a picture of Trump's face there. So shout out to him. OG eating bullets, And like I said, guys, anything is possible if you pull the trigger. Anything is possible. Just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Whether it's wanting to get your mental health right, sometimes maybe you have to delete all your social media accounts just to, you got to pull that trigger. Fuck it. You might realize you've been living life a lot better without it. Sometimes you're afraid of what if so and so, was gonna say, they're gonna make fun of me because I make videos or I make my podcast or I do this or I do that. No, fuck them. You're always gonna have haters. You're always gonna have people hating on you no matter what. And that's for you just to put it in one ear and out the other. And that's the truth. That's the truth. So, shout out to my nightmare. Project Nightmare is going to come one day. I keep staring at you over and over. Project Nightmare. Project Nightmare was my little Volkswagen. My 2002 Mark IV GTI Volkswagen that was built when I was in the service out in North Carolina. Put a lot of work into it, a lot of time. And named it Nightmare, almost like a blessing and a curse for a reason. Big turbo motherfucker, like holy shit. Completely stock. So for the folks out here in California, it is completely stock. Big turbo. I think that's how they came. I'm pretty positive that the GTIs, the 2002 Mark IVs, came with a big fucking turbo, a GT 2871R. With his 630cc injectors and a Walboro fuel pump that whines louder at the stoplight than anything. So, Project Nightmare, I miss you. Brought so much happiness, so much joy. And, the truth is, I gave the car up to my youngest brother for his graduation gift, and somehow it's back in my yard. It's almost like it was abandoned, and I keep staring at it. It keeps making me sad. So, you know what? Instead of being sad, take that leap, right, guys? Little by little, we're going to start working on Project Nightmare. Bring it back. Bring it back. What brought me joy 6-7 years ago, we'll bring the same joy again. I mean, I could put it on OfferUp, get what, $1,000, $2,000 for it because it's not running. It's going to take some time. So little by little. But I got the Mark IV GTI, big stock turbo. I have that the Camry and the Taco. So 3 vehicles now, which is awesome. Little truck. But I'm just borrowing the truck, and I'm honestly borrowing the Camry as well. They're not mine. So, for the folks out there, Toyota, man. Toyota holds it down, and Volkswagen smells like crayons. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you guys have a great Monday. You know, remember, you can't change the world overnight, but you can change the world one person at a time. So make sure you stay out of trouble. Be good to others. How about start greeting everybody when you see them? Say good morning, good afternoon, proper greeting of the day, customs and courtesies, guys, because the world lacks it. So talking about customs and courtesies, actually, I wanted to talk about the situation that I had at CVS not too long ago in Escondido, Alpha Valley Parkway. Dropping names. You know who you are, lady. Look, if you need to see something in the aisle, you need to say, excuse me. Do not drop your big mega sized head in front of my crotch area trying to look bend forward, try to look down. Like, what are you looking for? Balls? No. Fuck out of here. Disrespectful ass hoe. Yeah, I said it. Customs and courtesies. You need to say, excuse me, I will move. I'll gladly move. But you just expected me to move, so I moved. That was wrong. And I'm not saying I have some sense of entitlement, but have some customs and courtesies. Be kind to others. Be good to others. Say good morning. Say good afternoon. Wave at your neighbor. Wave at a stranger. Tell the cashier behind the register wherever you go, whether it's gas station, drive-through, cleaners, Subway, Panda Express. Tell them good morning. How's it going? How's your day? Because you never know what the other person's going through. So be that difference. Be that change in the world, guys. Actually, I want to put you guys on a little task for every single one of my viewers out there. A mission from Around the Loop, actually. Put some homework on you guys. Try this out. For one for one day, just be positive. Greet everybody. Greet all the strangers you see. Ask them how their day was. Hey, how's it going? How's your day? If you're at a drive-through, hey, how's your day? Good. Okay, cool. Because you never know. You might sit there and be like, oh man, nobody ever asked me about my day, and you get that one random person. Hey, how's your day going? Like, oh shit, they care, which is cool, right? Yeah, because people do care. So it's a mission for you guys out there. Let's change the world one smile at a time, one person at a time. Let's motivate. Let's unite everybody. Let's stand united, not divided. And it doesn't matter what fucking color you are, what culture you are, what religion, what background. It doesn't fucking matter. Because we are all one. We're all humans. You know what's crazy talking about humans? Every single person in this world shares one special thing. And here I'm kind of like riffing off, but everybody shares one special power. You believe it or not, you hold it in yourself. Your neighbor holds it. The dude across the street, the woman across the street, everybody here has the same special power, and that's the special power of love. And it's crazy what the power of love can do for you guys. It can bring you guys together. Love will make you do incredible things. Will make you, jump through fucking loops of hell. Will make you lift buildings, lift cars up. Or love will make you insane in the membrane. Will either make, sometimes you might love somebody so much that they left you and you just, that's the end of the world for you and that's it. But it's not. It's not. But some people think like that. But love, power of love, being kind to one another, positivity is what we need to do with each other. There's so many people disrespecting each other. There's so many this and that you gotta be careful and be kind. Why hate on one another? Why not all of us come together and just unite? What's so hard about supporting one another? What's so hard about supporting your local artists or your local podcasters or your local vendors? What's so hard about that? Paying that extra dollar to help them, knowing that business is because we created that. Like from when I make my shirts, guys, and I started selling it out there, there's no discount at all, whether we're friends or not. Because the money goes back to me, that goes back to my brother, that goes back to the little team of us two putting this together. And we all start from somewhere. So support each other, love each other, because that's what brings us together. And like I said, be united, not divided. And wanted to talk about a few songs of the week, a few songs that I wanted to go over, such as, um, well, Eminem dropped a new album called The Death of Slim Shady. So that was interesting. But a song that was um, that really had me going was Genesis by Suicide Boys, and it's under the album "Sing Me a Lullaby, My Sweet Temptations." So, like I said, another Suicide Boys song reference, because hey, they've just been on my list. They're hot. They're an inspiration, and I mean by hot, I mean like their music is fire. It's catchy, not as in they're attractive. Cause don't fucking don't be trying to pull triggers at me and pointing fingers like aha, caught you. Nah, homie, not today, not tomorrow. Just not how I roll or rock. So, like I said, guys, thank you. Thank you for staying tuned in today's Monday's beautiful episode. I wish you guys a happy week. I wish you guys nothing but success. And like I said, stay tuned on that mission. Try that mission. Try to be kind for for one day. Just try to be kind to everybody. And you'll start realizing that the world's a lot better. Instead of being stuck in this anxiety bubble or the stress bubble or the depression or espresso bubble, whatever you want to fucking name it. Get yourself out there. Take that leap. If it's either asking somebody out, don't be afraid. Try it out. Or if it's obtaining your license, take that leap. Try it out. Or if it's becoming a tattoo artist and you're scared, try it out. There's synthetic skin you can tattoo. There's, or there's phones. There's friends, folks out there that, will let you tattoo on themselves too. But I guess that's the route you want to go, by all means. But thank you guys for staying, for supporting this episode, for supporting me, especially because I'm the only one that runs this show. Besides, shout out to my brother Jonathan Delgado out there. Appreciate you. Shout out to my younger brother for helping running that Instagram page. But other than that, I run the RSS page. I run the iHeartRadio. Hey, iHeartRadio, that's new, right? I'm on iHeartRadio, guys, now. So if you guys want to check me out, you're gonna have to look me under my name. So it's under Giovanni Delgado, GIOVANNI DELGADO. Look me up on iHeartRadio, and you'll find it Around the Loop podcast. Or if you happen to find it under Around the Loop, then hey, check me out. I'm on iHeartRadio now, guys. So hey, I'm slowly expanding, little by little. It's happening, and hopefully I can stay tuned to doing collaborations with others. We're gonna kick this off little by little. So thank you guys for all the support, for all my supporters out in the U.S. Thank you guys from the West Coast to the East Coast to the Midwest. I couldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for you guys' love and support. And for all my folks across the world, for my folks in London that heard my episode, for my folks in Germany that heard my episode, for my folks in Belgium that have heard my episode, thank you guys for all the love and support. Now, do want to ask you guys a special question. If you guys know anybody or have any connections with anybody that should be heard, a voice of Hawaii, somebody that's from Hawaii that would love to be on an episode of Around the Loop podcast in the future, please email me on the link below. I'll have it down with the website, so you guys can just email me there. But maybe I'll come down to Hawaii one day and would love to interview you guys, interview the community, get to know about the culture, get to know about everybody out there, from the folklore to just everything in nature. So, and that comes from anywhere. So I mean, if you guys are out there in Canada too, I would love to go out to Canada one day and visit. Or for my viewer in Mexico too, for Montemorelo, thank you so much for viewing. I don't know who you are, but thank you. Muchas gracias. I would love to get invited out there. If you guys would love to invite me, hey, I'm mobile. I'll just set up the time, the date, you name it, we'll make it happen, right? So thank you guys for staying tuned on Monday's episode of Around the Loop.